the Colorado Springs 2017 Comic Con with Mr. Rags Morales.
Oh, that was supposed to be me?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my cue. That was my cue.
There was like a hand gesture, but off camera, so you never really know if you see it or not.
I was getting off on less than J. Cole on that.
No, it's alright.
Want to do it again?
No, it's on.
Mr. Rags Morales.
There you go.
There you go.
Right. For a while, you've been doing art in the business for quite a while. Like at this point, you work with some pretty big titles and pretty big writers.
Yeah.
As far as like and I'm sure you've probably been asked this before, but was there a point, like, where was your point in your career, or prior to your career, what made you say, this is what I want to do? Was there a moment where you were like, here's the turning point, this is what I want to do?
Well, back when I was living in Idaho and fighting off these giant mutant mosquitoes, trying to protect my shoelace collection, they can be pretty aggressive.
Understand.
No idea what a mosquito needs with shoelaces, but you got to give it to them.
That's how they keep their shoes tied on.
Who knew they had shoes? They were giant. They could have heavy box. I'm sorry. What was the question?
When did you decide that this is what you wanted to do, art? Like, when did you decide, I want to go comics?
Well, when you get stung by a bunch of mosquitoes after a while, you start saying, screw this. And then I started reading comic books, and
it's like young
age. You want the cutesy answer? You want the sunshiny?
I'm willing to take whatever you're willing to give me, sir.
The straight up.
I want the real answer.
Yeah, the straight up.
Real answer.
I want the real answers. Here, I want to hear about all the gore and grime that made you decide you had to escape into your comics.
Okay, well, when I killed the neighborhood bully and I was trying to bury him underneath a bunch of comic books, I realized, oh my God, there's Neil Adams. I like him. And that's what started me. It was the Batman versus the Werewolf, 100-page thing. It had a great story in the back with Jerry Robinson, one of the most underrated comic book artists, Batman artists of the day, because Bob Kane was too busy being an ego. And from that point on, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to be a comic book artist. And I have a girlfriend of mine that I've known since I was 5 years old. She told me that I was the only person she's ever known to say what we're going to be at 5 and be it. Instead of going off on the tangents. Although I did want to become a priest at one point because Linda Blair scared the shit out of me. I was up one night late, and her head is spinning around like an exorcist. I was like, I think I'm going to be a priest. I'm just scared the hell out of me. And then they would beat me up because I thought I was a wimp. I was already a wimp. I was skinny. I like comic books. I was a freaking nerd, man. You're going to kick my shit because I want to be a priest too? What the hell are you? I'd rather go back to Idaho. So that's what got me going. And come full circle, it was very Richard Hell and the Voidoids. And so I was very pleased and proud that when Joe Kubert, not that he died, but Neil Adams did a beautiful tribute with the pastiche of all the people that went there. And the first guy that got me into comics drew me in the tribute for Joe Kubert, the school that I work at and went to. So,
that's awesome.
I gotta turn this down, sorry. This is probably not gonna, it's good music. Richard Hell, bassist from television, probably the first band to play CBGBs in the 70s, yeah.
So what was your holy grail comic book when you were a kid? Like, this is what I want to be, and if I've done this, I've made it. And you have the comic book, because a lot of us lost those.
I do have that comic, and I had Neil sign it. So it would have to be that one. It would have to be that one. I can't tell you that I actually still own a lot of Holy Grails. The first Marvel Fanfare, Michael Golden with Kazar and Warren Worthington, the Angel ranks. Sandy Plunkett's Marvel Fanfare with Spider-Man and Scarlet Witch. Anything by C.C. Beck, the old Treasury editions I still have. The original Star Wars Treasury edition with Howard Chaykin that he tells me to this day he's tired of apologizing for, but I thought it was brilliant. Any Jim Aparo that I had, bless you, any Jim Aparo that I had, Brave and the Bold, it's a huge collection of that. Gene Colan doing Captain America and the Falcon back in the day. Frank Miller's Daredevil. Kerry Gamble doing Power Man and Iron Fist, Heroes for Hire. Very underrated artist. And anything by the Filipinos. By Alex Nino, Nestor Redondo, Jerry Tarlock, Tony DeZuniga, Francis Reyes, all of them. Real good guys. The good guys. The good artists. Not the crap that came out after that. Next question. Wow. Okay, I guess I'm done here.
No, I was going to play off something else.
Is there a particular character that you haven't worked on that you'd like to? Like, is there a ring that you're
Are
looking
you
to
kidding me?
get into? I mean, you've done a lot of A-listers, man.
Let me tell you something about comic books. It's work.
Right.
And I hate work. No, actually, yeah, look, we love what we do. I mean, obviously, because we do it. You know,
Right.
What are my choices? What did I do before? Landscape. You know, work at McDonald's, record roll. You know, those crappy summer jobs. But when it comes right down to it, it's work, and my job is to try to do a good job for the character, a good job for the story, make the writer want to hire me again, because a lot of writers say I want to work with this guy, and they just go out and find that person. And the same thing with artists, you know, I like that inker, let me work. I like that colors, let me work. So we all kind of like give each other, you know, pats on the back, and that usually ends up becoming, you know, the way an editor adds people to their own talent pool, because an editor has a specific talent pool, people that they're used to working with. And it takes many years before you get the kind of cachet where you can just say, you know, I'd like to work with this dude. I'd like to work with this, you know, beautiful person. So, and I haven't even answered your question, but you know, we're going to be here for a while, so
You're good.
since you only have like 5 questions. So I guess, I don't know. It's every time I do a character, it's not even a goofy little nerdgasm, you know. Those things are. I haven't had an orgasm so long. And I can't. Look, I love Captain Marvel. I like, for some reason, not the Marvel monstrosity. I'm talking about the original, you know, Fox Comics, you know, Captain Marvel, because I like the costume. I just think that's the coolest cape in the world, and I just love drawing them. And I would love to be able to do a run that isn't ruined by any kind of modern version. Mm-hmm. You know, I would love to do the Invaders. Big Frank Robbins fan back in the day.
Cool. Yeah.
But, you know, not fighting the fucking Taliban.
Right.
You know.
Invaders in the right time frame.
Yeah. I don't know. I like weird characters too. You know, I did a little bit of the Demon. I had fun doing that when I did Canterbury Cricket, the world famous Canterbury Cricket.
Awesome.
Yes. Everybody grabbed an issue.
That almost sold as well as Sliders, right?
Yeah. Well, if it's sold as good as Sliders, then I'm deep shit.
I'd love to see the cricket show back up in something.
Yeah, you know, I
I
enjoyed it because I'll never get a chance to do Bug for the Micronauts because I like the Micronauts too. But IDW now, no wait, I think Dynamite. Oh, no, it's
No,
IDW.
it's IDW.
IDW has that property, and unfortunately, a lot of the old characters are Marvel characters. They can't use them.
Yeah.
So, but I like odd characters. So when I did Canterbury Cricket, I enjoyed that because I did love Bug, and I enjoyed doing the Demon in that. And I would love to get a shot to do just anything that's just weird and goofy. You know, it's when I did Black Condor, I did his arms long on purpose. That wasn't because I didn't know how to draw arms. It's because I wanted them to be odd. And my editor tried to fight me on that all the time. And I was like, no, man. I gave him, okay. And then I went back to doing it. So I like that. I don't want to do the Creeper, that kind of thing. You know, just characters that, you know, but I don't want to do Ambush Bug, but that's that, you know, that's that little cliche, you know, odd character, ambush bug, everybody loves ambush. No, let Keith Giffen do it, and I don't ever want to touch that character. I would never do a better job than he does on anyway. So.
Right on. I think Ken Record that'd be awesome if we got a new version of him or even a current version of him in the 52 world or rewrite or whatever.
But I don't want to do Ragman because that's just too on the nose, and that's bullshit.
What are you currently working on?
Currently, I'm doing Amory Wars
Okay.
for Claudio Sanchez of Cody and Cambria. I have a 12-issue run that I'm penciling and inking. Issue 6 is coming out, September 6th. 6 on 6.
That's good. Got Apollo Run?
I'm sorry?
Got Apollo Run? That's the title link to it? Apollo?
Good Apollo, I'm Burning Star 4.
Right.
Weirdest freaking titles in the world. Oh my god. What was the first collection? The second stage Turbine Blade?
Yeah.
And Keeping Good Secrets with Silent Earth, I think is the other one. And now we got Good Apollo and Burning Star 4, which is a conversation he's having with a dog. At the end of he's talking to a dog, Apollo. The dog's name's Apollo. At the end of the second run, the run that Peter David wrote. He was talking to the dog, and because he's like the Christ figure, he was trying to come back to save the day because he's got this superpower that he's trying to suppress because he doesn't trust it, doesn't know how to control it, and he doesn't want to be a part of it. He just wants to disappear. His parents are dead, his sister is dead, his other sister is dead, his little brother's dead, his whole family's gone. He's the only one left. He just doesn't even bother with it, but he's got to save the day because the people that killed all these people are the ones he's designed. He's got to stop. And he's called the Crowing. So, at the end of in Keeping Secrets, he tells Apollo, the dog, he says, good Apollo, he's saying to the dog, good Apollo, I'm Burning Star 4, and that's the title. So, they are. That's what I'm working on, and for anybody who doesn't know it, it's in 2 parts. There's a fiction part of the story, and there's a non-fiction part of the story. The fiction part is about the Crowing and him trying to save the day in this planet called Heaven's Fence of 69 planets, all in a triangle form. They don't rotate around any natural solar system like that as we know it, but they're all kept together and alive by something called the Keywork, which, if it was destroyed, would destroy all the planets and everything. And there are three factions in that universe. There's the mages, kind of like the oligarchy, that keep in charge of things. There's the human race, which is the peons, which is Claudio Kilgan, and the Crowing is a human. And there's the prize. There were blue angels, these blonde chicks with blue skin and with wings, and their job is to protect the Keywork, which keeps everything alive. And there's this one Ryan Wilhelm, he's like the Darth Vader, kind of Darth Vader meets Mumra from Thundercats. He's trying to take over the whole thing, but in order to do that, he's got to kill the Crone, he's got to kill the prophecy. So that's the whole thing. And there's one prize named Ambelina who came down from above and had her wings cut off so that she can be superpowers, that she just pushes the Crowing to do the bidding. And he discovers along the way that his parents were something called iRobots, which are kind of like human robots, with plugged in codes or whatever in there. And they were at one point a part of Wilhelm's plan, but then they gave birth to the son who's become the prophecy, so they had to kill them. And the rest of the family now going after the son, so that's the whole thing. That's the basic gist. Very cool story, I think. The other part, which is equally cool, it's about the writer trying to write this story, who suffers from schizophrenia, who's supposed to be taking drugs to help him, but it interferes with his writing, and his girlfriend keeps pushing him to take the drugs, but he refuses, which keeps him in his schizophrenic state, which ruins their relationship. And so she's fed up with him, and he's fed up with her. And then along comes his 10-speed bicycle, believe it or not, 10-speed, who he sees now as a fiery demon because he's messed up. And the fiery demon is trying to get him to kill his girlfriend. So his girlfriend winds up, spoiler alert, tied to a chair at some point.
Oh.
Anyway, so that's the basic gist of Amory Wars. And called Amory because that was the street that Claudio Sanchez, the lead singer and guitarist and writer of this whole thing, that's in upstate New York, that's the street he worked on. Okay. That's what I'm working on now. And I have 12 issues I'm working on. I'm wrapping up the last quarter, actually.
So with Boom.
It's through Boom. They're just
just
it's Evil Inc. is really the publisher.
Okay.
That's Claudio's company.
Gotcha.
Boom is just kind of like, they're the glue to kind of keep it all together, to do distribution so that they can go ahead. Because I'm working with 3 writers. I'm working with Claudio, it's his vision. Working with his wife who does the actual scripting, and Chandra Eckert. And I'm working with Blaze James, who's Coed and Cambria's manager and my editor, so he's my guy. I talk to him and Chandra a lot, and occasionally I'll talk to Claudia. So,
It's on my to-do.
there you go. And he's a nice guy, really, really sweet guy.
Yeah.
Claudia's one of the, and Blaze is beautiful people, and Chandra's a beautiful woman. They got a beautiful little baby boy, little Atlas Hendricks. That's his name.
Nice.
That's great.
Any plans to go back to Valiant?
I've actually talked to Warren about doing it. He sent me a bunch of books they're working on. They're doing beautiful work. My
Yeah.
God, the stuff they're doing now, it's like, oof. I have to bring my A game for that. But I told us, listen, you know what? I like the universe. It's fine. But if you can get Turok, that's my jam.
Yeah.
That's the one I give my heart and soul because I guess if there's a favorite character, it might be Turok because I'm native, and I like to delve into that. I grew up on Clayton Moore and Jay Silverheels, the Lone Ranger, the syndicated from the '50s TV show. So I grew up on that shit.
Oh yeah.
Want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
Yeah.
I told my mother, I'm gonna kill you. That's the story.
That was a short one.
Back to it, and I'm kind of half listening to it. I'm drawing over, it's commercial time, so I'm really not paying too much attention. All of a sudden I hear, I'm gonna kill you. And I flipped around, and I didn't see the name of the movie, who said it, what, this is me.
That sucks.
Because that's what got me in trouble with my mother when I was 5, I think.
Wow.
Quoting lines from movies. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So to this day, you're
That's
not
what
sure
dudes
what
do.
movie that was.
What's
No, totally understandable.
To this day, you're not sure what movie that was. Still.
No. If somebody knows out there, please email me, contact me through social media. I'd love to find out. Just that one line, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. My life would be complete if I did that.
Is this your first visit to Colorado Springs?
Yeah, and I could breathe just fine. People are overrating this shit about the altitude.
Yeah. Go do the incline and then get back to us.
I was jogging this morning after sleeping for only 7 hours after drinking the night before, and look at me.
Wow.
Ah! People,
Nice.
I tell you, man, everybody's got to have something to say. Step out from the crowd. But you got the Broncos. Congratulations. I was actually rooting for you guys.
Where'd you go jogging? Check out the scenery?
Oh, I didn't go jogging outside. Are you kidding me? There's not enough air.
Ah!
I was jogging in the hotel room. I was on the treadmill. Nice 45-minute run.
So you kind of touched on this a little bit, but share some of your thoughts about the current state of comic books and.
I don't know what the hell's going on out there. You kidding me? You know what we do?
Nobody does.
None of us know what's going on. You know who knows Rob Liefeld because he's nerdy for that shit. Nobody knows. We sit in our studios and we come out and we oh my God, there's the sun, and there's people that I kind of sort of know. I like their stuff because I'm on the internet all the time looking at it. Let's get drunk. That's what we do. You don't know what that. We get a script. That's what we're working on. I have no idea what Marvel's doing. I have no idea what DC's doing. What DC's what? I should know about DC. I kind of sort of. With
Yeah.
them, you know.
That's. I was hoping you were going to shed some light on what DC's doing. What do you think of the DC movies right now? I mean, obviously they're messing with characters that you worked on.
Well, they're not messing. Look, you got to understand. There's properties that belong to the company, properties that belong to the movie company. So they change things up so everybody has a piece of the action. That's all it is. And all this good song. Like Incubus.
So you're a fan of emo Superman?
Sure. Yeah, Emo Superman's great. He's awesome. He's my favorite Superman of all time. Yeah, it's but once you understand that the business aspect of it, you really can't. It'll kill the nerd in you. So I don't know why they do the things they do specifically. I mean, okay, all right, you can draw the line, you can follow the trail. It's always about money, but as far as decision making and editorial edict, is that the word edict? Yeah. As far as that goes, I really couldn't. I don't know the rhyme or reason. All I know is that, like any form of art, and then you can hear it in music, you can see it in sports. Whenever capitalism becomes the major force behind the thing, they start signaling out. They start pointing out the things that work. And if it worked great before, it's going to have to work great again. And nobody by count to a piece of shit. So for all the hair bands that come out in the 80s, it takes one freaking Kurt Cobain to come along until eventually it becomes Puddle of Mud, and then after that it's just whatever, and then they're waiting for the next wave. That's the way money works. Money doesn't know how to make money; it just knows how to take money, and they put the shit out there, let other people make it for them, and that's where we got them by their short hairs, because they can't live without us because we're idea people, but they actually let us do more of the ideas instead of saying, no, this character can't smile. No, this character has to be happy. No. You know what? No. Let us be creative. We will make you a ton of money, but you would know what to do with it anyway. Because there's only so many things you can do that are redundant. And to be honest with you, it was actually a breath of fresh air for me to do Anime Wars because I was away from everything that was being done before. And I don't have to do people in tights, and then hear how people think I can't draw an anime. Fuck you, of course I can.
So what books do you read on a regular basis now?
I don't read comics.
At all?
I read scripts.
I know.
I'm reading Rumi. I got a pocket Rumi. He's from Middle East. I think he's Lebanese, I think. No, I'm thinking of Kyrgyzstan. I think he's Iranian. Like the 1300s. Wrote a lot of beautiful shit about love. That's what I read. And I'm also reading Rise of the Fourth Reich. I don't like fiction. Ironically enough, I don't like fiction when I read. I want to read autobiographies. I want to read philosophy. I want to read psychology. I want to read history, historical events, real history. Because I'm an information junkie. So I honestly, comic books. No, man. A chef goes home and he puts shit in the microwave. Why? Because he's tired of cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously.
So you talked about doing the work and how it's work.
Yes.
So what's your art that's not work? What do you do to recharge? Because you can get burned
There's
out.
no art that's not. There's just the idea that I'm actually going to do some self-publishing one day. And when I do, I'm going to hate that too. But at the very least, I'll be in complete charge of it. And if I can get a couple hundred people to go for it, then cool.
Last questions.
Oh, you're monitoring.
I am.
Oh, wow. No, I can go on forever. Trust me, I'm a bullshit artist. Who's coming in after me?
Bring in some super troopers. Eric and
Super Troopers. Oh, wow.
Obviously, you like listening to music. Is that what you're doing while you're working? Is just have music in your ear?
There are. This is my day. I start my day with progressive radio. I listen to a lot of politics. I listen to Bill Pressman. I listen to the Stephanie Miller Show. I listen to Tom Hartman. Because I'm a liberal. I'm a bleeding motherfucking liberal, and I will kick your ass until you accept that. Any conservative thinks he's gonna mock me. No, no, sorry, I don't play that game. I'm all for all people who aren't an asshole, like it says on my Twitter. If you're an asshole, I got nothing to do with you. So I a lot of that. Occasionally, I used to be a bigger sports fan. Then I'll switch over to ESPN and I'll listen to Hannah Humphrey and Canty, but they're just a bunch of they're trend talkers now, talking out of both sides of their mouth. And when you realize they're just trying to, poke you, got nothing to do. So I put that away now. Then I'll go to Comedy Central. I'll watch The President Show, which is hilarious. I'll catch up with Trevor Noah and The Daily Show, because I've always been a big Daily Show fan. Then I'll, check out, go to YouTube and subscribe to Last Week Tonight, I mean. And then I'll just listen to documentaries, a lot of documentaries. Or I'll watch. Okay, you want a nerdy answer? I'm watching The Defenders. I just saw the first season.
Oh yeah.
It was a very slow thing, and I'm sick and tired of ninjas. Let's do something else. I try to watch where the companies are taking their properties. Because I know what's going on in comic books, sort of. I didn't know, but I can surmise pretty easily, where they're going to do it, but where they're taking it in other mediums. It's just, that's what I pay attention to. And I like Netflix a lot. And I just started, what the hell's the name of that? I can't think when I'm grooving. I will get it for you. Hold on. It's in my Safari. Was it Curiosity Stream, was it? Right? Curiosity Stream. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Curiosity Stream.
Hugo back there just gave me the hope. Yeah. Curiosity Stream, and just documentary checking, and then I'll just jam out the tunes. My iPod kind of busted though, so I'm trying to get my buddy to fix that. And I only got so much space left on my phone. I put too much shit in here.
How do you go about discovering the music?
Oh wow! Back in the day, you'd actually have to listen to a radio.
Yeah.
It's funny. Whenever on the off occasion where I actually get to play a video game, which is not often, I like to play the sports ones, and they have a kick-ass soundtrack. So that's how I discovered The Rapture. Like those dudes, and or I'll watch a documentary. I've got this one song by an Ethiopian singer called Gigi. It's a beautiful song. I don't know what that was just singing, but I read up about it, so I know what the song's about. But I don't know. I got big ears. I listen to everything, and if it grabs me, I go for it. I've been in a big Chris Cornell trip lately since he died. So listen to a lot of Soundgarden.
One last question, real quick. You seem to be kind of playful with your image and everything. Do you ever, get an anonymous user and get on chat boards and just screw with fans?
Oh yeah. I used to be years ago. We're talking about maybe 10 years ago. This will solve somebody's mystery. Jeff Johns had his message boards, because I was with Jeff and we were doing Hawkman and all that, so I was part of his little group. And I went on as El Mustachio, and I forgot the name of the place where I was from, but if you actually unscrambled it, it says Raj Morales. So nobody caught on to it, and after a while I kind of got bored with it. But I was on there, and it was great. I had a lot of fun. I was the dumb El Mustachio nerdy fan who didn't understand comic books, but thought he had every answer. Like when they were doing when the Clash of the Titans came out and they did the new movie, just before they did the new movie, I was talking about how I was so excited I couldn't wait to see if they were going to make Cyborg the owl or not. So it was
That's great.
cross-pollinating things. I was up late at night. I was fuck with people. I've done that. But that's about it. That's all I've done.
It's fun.
Awesome. Thank you.
I appreciate your time, man.
And there is no image. This is me. It's who I am.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's great.
Please hang up and try again.